Hello again, GLL back for another quick video here. Just taking a look at this custom installation bullshit. Response to Gamerjlee. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, Gamerjlee here, and welcome back to another video. And it's been quite some time since we checked out the MCC. I was involved with the last flight where I actually got to play against 343 Industries, and we slaughtered them until they sicked some former pro players on us. But that is beyond the point. Let's focus on the new flight and some of the new updates that have been added to the Insider program. And the biggest feature for me that honestly I've been really excited about is custom installation. Now, what is custom installation? Now, this is an option that you are going to have very soon once this comes out full, to the retail copies of the MCC, to pick and choose what games from the MCC you want to have installed on your Xbox. Now, to me, this is a very cool feature, and I personally think it's a great option for consumers. But I've heard some other people's opinions. I've had people who, I normally disagree with say, no, this is going to split up the community. It's a terrible idea. It's supposed to be a collection. I've had other people like Team Respawn say, I don't know why you would want this. It doesn't make sense. But it might be coming from the standpoint of someone who is a major fan and enjoys every game. Well, guess what, guys? Not everyone enjoys Halo 4. Not everyone enjoys Halo 3. Not everyone enjoys ODST. Not everyone enjoys Halo 2. Not everyone enjoys...
Well, hang on a second there, because the problem here is that it doesn't matter, okay? This is years down the line. They say they're fixing the MCC, they give us custom installation. Does absolutely nothing to fix the MCC. Doesn't fix the matchmaking, doesn't fix the lagginess of the campaign, doesn't fix the fact that when you click on a terminal you have to go to the Halo channel, doesn't help the achievement app work any better in locking your achievements, doesn't help the leaderboards make them work correctly, doesn't help the scores that are already on the leaderboards that are fucked up, that are clearly wrong, and so on and so forth. They haven't fixed anything. So what's the point? Now, straight away here, with this screen, bear in mind I don't take part in this shit because I don't believe in beta testing or alpha testing a fucking 4-year-old game. So I don't take part in this shit. Looking at this menu here, Halo 3's over here, Halo 1's over here. So the menu is fucked up. Now, whether this is because Halo 3 has been selected here, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't make sense to me as to why this is selected at the front. But here's what you've got to bear in mind. ODST is ticked, yet ODST was already separate from the game anyway, so there was a way of uninstalling that if you didn't want to play it anyway. So that is kind of irrelevant. And the ability to remove one game or 2 games or whatever is pretty much fucking redundant. All this is going to do is mean there will be no cross-game playlists in the game, because how can you go into a cross-game playlist if you do not have the maps for that playlist and the game for the playlist to work? So they're going to remove those playlists.
enjoys Halo 1. A lot of people have different preferences, and also you have to take in factor that not a lot of people are going to trust the multiplayer even if it's fixed. A lot of people are going to have a bad taste in their mouths, and they may want to cut away the fat of the stuff they're never going to play. For example, I'm never going to play Halo 4. I mean, let's say I beat all the achievements, I beat the campaign on Legendary, I don't really care about the multiplayer, and I have no interest in. Well, let's see what would happen and how much space we would save if we cut away Halo 4. So if you look at the total installation size, it is 71.7 gigabytes. Keep that in mind, everyone, because I'm going to now remove the multiplayer. Well, look at that. 8.5 gigabytes removed, and 8.5 gigabytes I can take and use on other items that may be more important to me. There's a lot of great games coming out this year that I much rather have installed on my Xbox One than Halo 4. Now, maybe you're someone who entirely hates Halo 4. You only want Halos 1, 2, 3, and ODST. Well, guess what? You can remove that as well. You can remove the campaign, you can remove the multiplayer, and that is 18.4 gigabytes of space that can go to other games. And honestly, I think it's a great choice. I really do. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I don't see a reason why this shouldn't be an option. Yes, it is a...
So you've saved 18.4 gigabytes. So what the next update will give you is 18.4 gigabytes. It won't fix anything. And even if, like, talking about like the hit detection, the host hit detection in Halo 3 or some bullshit that doesn't work and whatever, that doesn't even scratch the surface of the problems. The latest update has sword flying back in Halo 2 or something, which I don't understand. That means they've gone back to an even older version than the version that was in the game. I don't get it, but... And there's already speedruns separate for the MCC because there's no sword flying, and now they're putting sword flying in. So all those leaderboard times on Halo runs are now fucking worthless because they were done without sword flying. So just saying, just kind of stupid. So what gain do you get from having 18.4 gigabytes off of a 60 gig game? You don't get shit for that. It's pointless. It's literally a drop in the ocean. It's pointless. It really is pointless. What game can you even install on the Xbox One that is 18.4 gigabytes? So what are you gaining there? You're not gaining anything. It's pointless.
The collection, but not everyone's gonna like every game on the collection. Like, look at a lot of HD collections that come out. The Jack and Daxter collection. You've got the Crash trilogy. A lot of people love Crash 2 and 3, but hate Crash 1. Any options you get to save a little bit of space, in my opinion, is good. And honestly, let's say that you just want the campaigns and you don't like the multiplayer.
But those are single player games that don't fuck up cross-game playlists that were already implemented, that were already talked about way back, that people wanted and people were excited for, and now they're removing them in favor of custom installation, a feature that no one cares about. No one cares about custom installation. You've saved 8.5 gigabytes or 18.5 gigabytes or whatever by deleting Halo 4. If you're that much of a 343 hater, I actually can keep Halo 4 on there, even though it's not my favorite game of all time. I can still keep it on there. It's not going to bother me if Halo 4 is on there. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's way better than Halo 5. Now, if Halo 5 was on there, and that's like 60 gig game by itself, then you delete that. But, you know, you can do that anyway because it's a separate game. So that's how you need to save space. Just delete Halo 5 and you'll be fine.
Because you don't trust the MCC's multiplayer. Well, guess what? You can remove those as well, and that's 20.5 gigabytes save space that you can have. And you know what? Hey, everyone has the choice, and I think that this is a great consumer option in my opinion. And if you want to, you can confirm this, and it will cut the fat and delete anything you do not want. But make sure you are wanting this option, because once you delete that, you can re-add it. Of course, it is re-addable later on, but you are going to have to reinstall it through the Xbox installer. So what I would recommend you do is really think about it before you click on any of these options. So I'm going to keep all of these.
No, Luke, why is... No,
no,
I was right before, Luke. Why is Halo 3 at the front? So, here we are again. 343 can't even get a menu to run correctly in a test version of the game. Halo 3 is at the beginning of the list, and Halo 1 is towards the end of the list, because they can't differentiate between Halo 3's front picture and Halo 3's files and Halo 1's files. Absolutely incredible.
Move Halo 4's campaign and multiplayer. So let's go ahead and hit accept selection. It's going to go ahead, and if we go back into the options and career, we go all the way over to settings, we go over to gameplay, which you can see there's now a network option, which
also
shows
something just occurred to me. If space is such a major issue for yourself, Gamerjlee, the direct question here, if space is a major issue, which it can't be, but if it is, why would you want two separate versions of the MCC installed at the same time? You have room for this beta on the system to play that and do shit with it, but that's not a problem for you. So why is 20 gigabytes or whatever a great saving to you when you're quite happy to have like two 60 gig games that are exactly the same game on there? I mean, you must have external space or whatever, or well, mind you don't have that many games, so this surely isn't even an issue for you. And it's not an issue for many people, so why make it something? That's what 343 have done. They're spinning it as though people care about this, but who does? No one cares, as far as I'm concerned.
now LAN support is coming, and then you head over to gameplay where you can change your installed games, and as you can see, it is not there. Halo
How does LAN support matter in this game?
4 is gone, and the total installation size is down to a meager 53.3 gigabytes. Pretty normal size for most retail games nowadays, and hey, it helps. It helps. Do you know how many games and updates and other things I could install on my Xbox One?
Surely as these patches come out for the MCC, the file size is going to get much higher, and that's why this has been put in, because the file size is going to get to like a ridiculous number that no one can comprehend. So they've like, oh, but you can select one at a time, instead of just as an excuse for why the file size has become so high. That's if they actually do anything with the MCC. They might just make a new menu and then call it a day, you know, because we can't have any confidence in them whatsoever.
Console that honestly doesn't have a lot of space to start with. A 1 terabyte hard drive is the bare minimum for a console, in my opinion, and honestly, we could do with a little bit more. Hard drives are getting cheaper and cheaper, and I think that, you know, if Xbox and PlayStation wanted to impress us, they could have improved the storage a little bit. But let's say that you're someone, for example, who only has a 500 gigabyte console. Let's say you had an Xbox One S or a original Xbox.
Yeah, that's me, but I just bought a 5 terabyte hard drive, external one, and then plugged it into the back of the console, which you can do. Problem solved.
That only has 500 gigs. You gotta cut some of the fat if you want to play some of the other new games that are coming out this year. So honestly, to me,
What games are coming out on the Xbox this year? There aren't any. Don't worry about it. There ain't none. There ain't none. Don't worry about it. There ain't none.
this is a great consumer option. And I know there are going to be some people that disagree with me. I respectfully disagree with you, because me, I'm never going to play Halo 4. Hell, I may never play the Halo 1 multiplayer again, because it does get a little bit repetitive and boring. It's just a giant spawn killing fest. I don't really enjoy it that much unless it's like big team battle or something. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think down in the comment section down below? I would love to hear your guys' opinion. I know it was a very short video, and normally I go into a lot of detail and I normally do big editing, but don't worry, there will be more videos coming this week that I'm putting a lot more time into. But I wanted to get this out to you guys because this was the newest flight, and honestly something that I really do appreciate from 343 Industries. I never really
Why do you appreciate something that is completely worthless and 4 years late and redundant and no one even asked for this shit? No one cares. Hey, there's a 4-year-old game. We're going to now give you the option to split the 5 different games into 5 separate files, and also in the process remove features from the game like cross-game playlists, which are going to fuck people over who like those playlists, but whatever. Okay, can't please everybody, but you can't please anybody with this, because who cares about custom installation? Seriously, who gives a fuck? Can't even get the menu right, can't even get Halo 1 to be at the beginning of the list. Like, how do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up, people?
put them over. You guys hear me critique them all the time. I critique them for the Halo Infinite trailer. I critique them for everything they've done. I'm always going to be criticizing 343 Industries. But when they do something right, I have to kind of pat them on the shoulder and say, guys,
Well, they're not doing anything right because they haven't fixed anything. They say they're going to fix the MCC. It's now July and they haven't fixed anything. Haven't fixed anything. They've added some 4K. Well, they're trying to add some 4K bullshit, and they're putting this in. That ain't a fix. They didn't fix shit. They didn't do anything. They didn't do shit. So what do you mean? What's the success here? You're just trying to pull the wool over people's eyes once again.
This is a great feature. This is something that helps consumers, and honestly, I think it's a better option.
How is it a great feature and how does it help consumers? It would have been a cool feature if it was in the game at launch, maybe? But now, when anybody's already finished all these freaking games or whatever, like, what is the point? Like, what is the point in that? It's such a redundant feature. It doesn't fucking fix anything. I'm personally not going to be giving them any credit for putting in a feature that should have been in at launch if they were going to do it. And by doing that, they've taken out other playlists that people actually liked, and they can't even get Halo 1 to be at the beginning of the list in the beta test. So how the fucking hell do I expect it to even work correctly when it even releases?
I think it's a better option than no option. And that's what we originally had with the MCC. We had no option to pick and choose what we wanted, and now we do. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section.
Well, the time frame on that was 4 years. So who cares after 4 years of waiting?
Down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you dislike it, go ahead, leave a dislike. It doesn't bother me. And while you're
I'm indifferent because it's not a great video, because it doesn't like address anything of what I said, what I added to it, which I thought would have been relevant to discuss, like the fact that this has been a 4-year update, the fact that this is got Halo 1 and out of sequence in the list mixed up with Halo 3, the fact that no one really asks for this feature or cares about this feature, and it's kind of pointless, and the fact that it removes the cross-game playlist, which people actually like, and now they're going to be gone. So can't give you a like, but I'm not going to dislike because it was well presented and it gave me something to talk about. So
down there, go ahead into the description box and check out all of the other options of contacting me that there are. You've got my Twitter, which you can reach me at almost any time whenever I'm online. I usually check my Twitter all the time and see what's going on in the community. You have my Discord, which we have a very great community over there talking about Halo, talking about other games. There's a little bit of something for everyone. You all
steady on. A great Halo community. Just bear in mind. I mean, J-Dog isn't there. Come on. Just saying. Just saying.
Also have down below my Twitch channel, which has been growing recently, and honestly I will be going on a lot more often. I unfortunately had to tear down my setup and it's kind of changed a little bit, so that's why I haven't had time to stream, but we will be coming back full force very soon. But guys, thank you for watching, and as always, Gamerjlee signing out.
Feel free to subscribe, guys. See you later.